Look at my big boy running to me. There's my big boy. You want apples? Are you using the bathroom before you come up? I think he's using the bathroom before he comes up. Yep. Sometimes he uses the bathroom right before he comes to me. It's so funny. He's such a good boy. I got apples. Yeah, I got butternut squash, and you've been foraging, I see. All this corn here, guys, is all the corn that has spiders in it that I just dumped out of the bucket that I cleaned. I cleaned Buck's, the stockpile bucket that pail that I keep in his, where I keep all his corn. So I cleaned that, and I threw all the corn that with the less. There was only a little bit of corn left in there in his stockpile, so I just dumped it. I dumped it literally all over here, so I know the raccoons are gonna have fun tonight. Right, big boy, come on. So there's literally corn everywhere, everywhere. I dumped corn everywhere. I dumped all his, not that it's old corn, but it was corn that was all sitting on the bottom of his pail, and it had a bunch of spiders in it. I was like, oh no, I'm not giving that to my big boy. So I cleaned out the stockpile, like the pail. I washed it, I dried it. I put the new corn in there. So now he has fresh new corn in his stockpile in the pail. So hopefully no more spiders have babies inside his corn, because that was, oh, I got freaked out like these past 2 days. Every time I kept grabbing corn, I kept seeing a whole bunch of little spiders, and I was like, I don't understand, where are they coming from? And then I figured out that they were coming from his stockpile that I keep in the shed. I was like, oh man. And it's covered, it's closed, you know? But you know, spiders, they're so small, they could squeeze into anything. So just in case anybody's wondering why there's corn all over the ground, that was all like the bottom, the leftover corn that was in his stockpile. It was literally a little bit corn. It wasn't that much corn. That's why I just dumped it all out. So I figured tonight, the raccoons, they'll probably clean it all up. They'll be eating it. Right, Buck? Because you don't leave them no food anymore. Buck doesn't leave the raccoons corn in his bucket anymore. So I'm sure today all the squirrels, you know, let's see how long it takes for all this corn to get cleaned up. How many days? So I dumped it today on the ground. So we'll see how long it takes before the raccoons and the squirrels, you know, all the animals clean it up. We will see. But I'm so happy that I cleaned out his bucket, because now it's nice and clean. His bucket is clean, and his stockpile pail, because it's like a big garbage pail that I keep it in. But it's closed. It has a lid, you know. You would never think, like, I mean, I'm sure bugs, they could squeeze into anything. And I have his butternut squash and strawberries in there. Right? You're my big boy. Yeah, I love you too. He gives me kisses while he's eating. You're so cute, Buck. Baby, you have spiders inside your corn. Thank God I took them all out. Mommy cleaned your stockpile bucket. Yeah. You're trying to kiss me while you're chewing your food. I can't. I can't. Let me pet you. I wanted to pet you. He was about to walk away, and then I started petting him, and now he's giving me kisses. Oh, my big boy. I love you. I love you so much. All right, you ready for your butternut squash? All right, let me go grab the butternut squash. All right, hold on, guys. All right, I got the good stuff over here. Come on. Let's go to your other side over here. Okay. I dumped ice in his, I don't know how there's still one little spider, that little black dot right there from today. And I wiped his buckets. These freaking spiders, they come from anywhere. I try to keep his bucket so clean. I don't want no spiders in his bucket, no bugs, like, you know, but I know it's hard. I know it's hard to do that. I get it. You know, we're outside. I was just pissed off that some spider had babies inside his bucket. Like, you know, where I keep the stockpile. That I was mad. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, how does that happen? That never happened before, ever. It was the first time that ever happened, that I found a whole bunch of baby spiders in his stockpile. But now we don't have to worry about that anymore, because I cleaned it all out and I put the new bags of corn in it. So Buck is eating. He's eating butternut squash, strawberries I chopped up for him, and of course his corn, which now he's got his new batch of corn. That corn that I threw on the ground was still good, but it had spiders on it. So that's why I didn't want him eating it. I mean, now if he eats it off the ground, whatever, that's on him if he wants to eat that. But I took it out of the stockpile bucket because I was like, I am not keeping it in there. Because I go and, put my hand in there to scoop out corn for him, to put it in this bucket. I don't want little spiders jumping on me. I'm scared. That's one thing I'm very scared of is spiders. I do not like spiders. But I'm sure that's why I didn't even bother throwing seeded bread, guys. I didn't even bother because there's so much corn on the ground that I'm sure the birds, the squirrels, they're all gonna have fun. They all have something to look forward to. I just hope I don't attract a lot of ratatouilles to come, because since I threw so much corn on the ground, hopefully that doesn't happen. But so far, we're good. I don't see any, so we're good. And it's a beautiful evening. Just me and Buck. It's just the both of us here. He was hanging out close by because once I called him, he came. But he came from a different route. Usually he comes from straight down. He comes here. He came from like the right side. So you were taking a different walk today, huh? You were hanging out in a different area. I hear you, Bluey. I threw corn for you. Bluey's close by right now. I hear him. I hear Bluey. And I ate corn for him to put in this bucket. I know it's only one. Not in this bucket, in the other bucket where I'm collecting them for him. I don't want to start giving it to him until I get like a lot. And then I start, every day I put like a handful in his corn bucket. So that's all I want to wait. So let's see how many days it's going to take for the animals to clean all this up. Imagine it gets cleaned up overnight and by tomorrow it's clean. We'll see. If it does, then I'm assuming a whole family of raccoons came and cleaned it up. But we will see. But as long as he's eating, I'm happy. He's here and he's eating. And this morning I actually fed him a little earlier than usual and he actually came. Which I was happy about that too. I was like, oh good. And my father-in-law is outside watering the plants. Yep, I hear him with the holes, with the water holes. That's no, baby. It's okay. You're okay. Wow, none of the little ones are here. I'm shocked. I wonder if they're not here because, guys, around, I don't know if it was 1 o'clock, 1:30, like that, I was outside in front of my porch just drinking an iced coffee that, I made myself. The baby was taking a nap. Sometimes I like to just I love to be outside. Where you going? You finished? You finished? You left a little bit of corn. Yes, you left a little bit of corn. You're full? Unless he's been eating the corn that was on the ground before earlier today. Wow, you're full, huh? All right. Yeah, so like I was saying, around 1:30 this afternoon, I was sitting outside. I heard a hawk very close. Like it sounded like it was over here, like close to the forest. So I wonder if that's what scared all the little ones away, to not be here this evening. Because this afternoon there was a hawk hanging around close by. I was telling that hawk there's a lot of ratatouilles that he or she could eat. Like leave the bunnies, leave the squirrels alone. Go after the ratatouilles. They're like the little menaces. But hopefully it didn't get any of my babies. Like, my little ones, like the squirrels, the chipmunks, like all the ones that I love. But I don't know. But I did hear a hawk earlier today. And it was hanging out close by. Buck is over there right now, probably foraging. But I'm going to get going soon, guys. I got to go feed my baby dinner because I feed him like the soft food, the puree. So I got to go feed him that now. I still got to go feed my dog. I did not feed her because like I said, she likes me being like up her butt while she's eating. And I don't want her bothering my mother-in-law while you know, my mother-in-law is watching my son. I don't want my dog, like, you know, crying to her, like, stay next to me while I'm eating. Because my dog is needy like that. It's my fault. I made her that way. So, it's my fault. I'll take the blame. Oh, yeah, where am I going? I had the camera facing 2 down. Because I'm talking to you guys, like, if you stand in front of my face, and I'm thinking I forget that. I'm like, all right. I'm like, wake up, T. You're talking to the camera. Like, yes, you're talking to people, but look into the camera. Yeah, so I'm going to get going. I hope everybody has a great evening today and a good night. I had a good time. I'm sure he's going to come walk back here and eat the rest of his corn, definitely. I'm assuming he was foraging a lot before he came here because he was chewing. He walked up to me while he was like chewing. So he must have been foraging a lot, which is, hey, that's not a bad thing, you know? I'd rather have him do more foraging than eating corn. You know what I mean? It's more healthier for him. So if he prefers to forage right now and leave some corn behind, that's fine. It's fine with me. As long as he eats his goodies, like the apples, the butternut squash, the strawberries. I'd rather have him eat more of the good stuff than the corn. So that's what he's been doing, which is good. Not bad. All right. So I will be back tomorrow morning. I hope everybody has a great day, rest of your day. And me and Buck will be back soon. He's going to go foraging now. All right, everyone. Ciao for now. Have a good night. Bye.